Excuse me, you there!
Welcome, Herschel Layton.
Oh, that's the doctor, or that's Stun Gun.
I demand an explanation.
I just thought that Stun Gun didn't make any sense. And I'm sure it's not gonna make any sense, but they're gonna try.
Are you really Professor Layton?
Yes, of course. Don't you recognize your old friend?
I don't know. Something about you seems off.
Surely you recognize yourself, Herschel? Misfortune, our fortune, is a result of your ambition and genius.
What is it, Professor?
You've put on quite a show, but it's clear to me that you're nothing but a charlatan.
Oh, is that so?
Professor, what tipped you off?
Yes, what indeed? I'm all ears.
You, sir, are a fraud, and I intend to expose you for the imposter you are. Fascinating. Do continue. Luke, would you be so kind as to solve a quick puzzle for me? Right now, Professor? But aren't we kind of in the middle of something? Yes, we are in the middle of something. A pile of blocks has been carefully stacked. The image below is a view from the side. The perspective is also rotated in an unknown direction. Gravity is acting on the blocks, so any block not touching the ground or a block below it will fall. When you're looking at the blocks from the correct angle, which direction A, B, C, or D is up? Dropped a little bit of frames there. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, well, I've already ruled out C, D, and B, so the only thing left is A. They made a Professor Layton movie. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, The Eternal Diva is a great movie. Then again, you have to watch the prequels. Eternal Diva takes place between Last Spectre and Miracle Mask. Interesting. Still think it's better to play Azarin first, but that's your opinion. I don't even think I knew they had a Layton movie. Anyways, I'm choosing A. I think the answer is A.
How about this?
The answer is not A.
I guess it's back to the drawing board.
Okay, let's use the memo. So if I went C, this block right here drops down. That's no. If I went D, this block right here drops down. That's no. If I went B, this block right here drops down. So that's no. And if I went A, none of the blocks drop down. Failed to read the question. I do that a lot. If you're looking at the blocks from the correct angle, which direction is up? So I was right in the sense of I chose the correct thing, but I was wrong in the sense of I chose.
As good as solved.
I can't read.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Or, better, I can't remember the question after I've read it. You got it. D is indeed up. When you look carefully at the stack from each angle, you can see which blocks would be pulled down by gravity, with the exception of D at the top. All the other positions would have falling blocks. Yes, the boy is quite bright, we all know that. But what does that have to do with anything? I'm getting there, but first, a question. I have a pen in my pocket that's either red or blue. Which is it? A terribly uncharacteristic query for you to make. There's no logic for me to work through. I'm not a mind reader, and I refuse to guess blindly. How can I solve your puzzle without a single hint? So in other words, you have no idea what color the pen in my pocket is. Of course not. That's funny. Oh? Luke, what would happen if you removed the bottom row of blocks from that structure I showed you? The rest of the blocks would fall down, I suppose. That's right. Those blocks in the middle of the structure don't float in midair. Only by resting on the blocks beneath can those blocks stay elevated. If you were really me, you would have lived through this very moment before. Therefore, you should know exactly what color the pen in my pocket is. Given your answer, I can only assume your memory of that crucial event has vanished. But remember those blocks. Each sits on top of the next. When you remove one, everything on top of it comes tumbling down. It all makes sense now. Does it? So, out with it already. What color is the pen in your pocket? There was never any pen to begin with. I was just about to say that. I should have said that first.
I had a feeling you were behind this, Dr. Stungun. Or, should I say, Dimitri Allen?
An impressive deduction. Does anything ever get past you, Herschel?
I don't remember who Dimitri Allen is. Dr. Stungun is really Dimitri Allen, one of the scientists involved in the time machine explosion 10 years ago. Oh, we knew that.
Hats off to you, Herschel.
So you're the one who's been kidnapping scientists under my name. But why?
Have you ever tried to build a time machine by yourself? It's a Herculean task. And by pinning the blame on you, I could disguise myself as one of the poor scientists who vanished. Conveniently, that also provided an excellent way to lure you here. After all, the virtuous Herschel Layton would never stand by as someone sullied his good name. Sure enough, you came running, and faster than expected at that.
You're a real lowlife, you know that?
So why me? You could have chosen anyone to be the scapegoat.
Oh no, it had to be you. You see, you play a critical part in the completion of my time machine. Or rather, your memories do.
What are you saying?
The best part is that I've already got what I need from you.
Of course. So that strange device.
Finally catching on, eh? Those glasses you put on were a cognitive capture unit of my own design. In layman's terms, a memory recorder.
Lay gasp.
But what use could you possibly have for my memories?
Why, they provide me with data, of course. Your memories contain all the information I need to recreate that fateful day's experiment.
Which day?
The day I lost everything that mattered to me.
I still don't understand what you're getting at.
I'd imagine you know quite a bit about loss yourself, Herschel. Think, man. I'm talking about Claire. As you know, time travel is based on movement through wormholes. One end of the wormhole is anchored in the present. But every wormhole also needs a point of origin. And to find this point of origin, one needs data. Both you and Bill had substantial interactions with Claire on the day of the accident.
Yes, as we know. I was thinking the same thing, like, oh yeah, that's totally obvious and layman, elementary, really. There you go, Ken.
Using your memories of those interactions, I will triangulate the point right before her death. Of course, finding a wormhole's point of origin is no easy task. If my calculations were even the slightest bit off, I could be trapped forever.
Then why take the risk? What do you stand to gain?
Everything. You see, like you, Herschel, I loved Claire.
So, you intend to travel back through time and save her?
Surely you wouldn't stop me. After all, haven't you wished for this yourself?
Nothing can excuse the kidnapping of all those scientists. Not even this, Dimitri.
You disappoint me.
You are not prepared.
I had hoped a rational man like yourself would understand that the ends justify the means.
I don't see it that way.
Then what's your next move? Turn me into the police? I'd like to see you try.
And there goes that. You're mistaken in thinking I came here to report you to the authorities. I'm here to put an end to the schemes of a man who dragged my good name through the dirt. That's a lovely sentiment, Herschel, but you seem to have forgotten one key detail. The towering pagoda is my stronghold. That means you're on my turf. I have more than enough men here to overpower you. Look here. This 18th century relief illustrates our situation perfectly. Displays two warring factions of 5 troops. The stars indicate the strength of each troop. Your side is more or less accurately represented by the red and mine by the gray. It should be fairly clear to you who the victor will be. The gray side has more powerful troops. There's no way red could win. Exactly. Your apprentice has a good head on his shoulders, Herschel. Personally, I think it's a bit premature to praise him in this case, Dimitri. From what I could see, our troops wouldn't lose the fight, provided the battle was fought one-on-one. Sounds to me like you simply don't wish to admit defeat. If you believe it possible, prove it. Puzzle Battle 2! Each troop will engage one troop from the other side in one-on-one combat. Pair each of your red troops against one from the opposing gray forces. Your troops are marked with an icon of Professor Layton. The strength of each troop is represented by the number of stars on its banner. Arrange your forces so that the red side avoids defeat. When you're ready to submit your answer, tap OK. I think I understand how this is supposed to work. So the way I'm thinking about it is we start from the bottom and we work our way down. So I lose this battle, but you got 2 stars left. And, you know, 3 stars left, 2 stars left, 1 star left. And I guess... I don't know, actually. I feel like that is a way that I can do this. But... maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Maybe I cancel these out? I guess I don't understand what the actual question is. Each troop will engage 1 troop from the other side one-on-one in one-on-one combat. Pair each of your red troops against 1 from the opposing gray forces. Your troops are marked with an icon of Professor Layton. The strength of each troop is represented by the number of stars on its banner. Trying to see if I can remove stars. Arrange your forces so that the red side avoids defeat. So, lose, tie, lose, win, tie. So here's 2 losses, 2 wins, and a tie. Do that. There, each side wins 2 fights, loses 2 fights, and ties 1. It's a perfect draw. Of course, what the red side lacks in the strength of its troops, it can make up for with strategy. The logic has impressed me once again.
Very nicely done, Herschel.
Give it up, Dimitri.
Give it up? Oh, no. I'm just getting started.
Who is that?
Bill Hawks.
As you can see, my hostage here is something of a big shot. So I wouldn't try anything funny if I were you.
You're a monster!
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh no, we're trapped.
I hate to disappoint you, but it seems you've failed to ensnare the genuine article.
Professor? How'd you get there?
Just what is going on here? Why are there 2 of you?
Which one is the real professor?
What?
How did you convince him to help you?
Don Paolo?
If he's in here,
Then where's the real professor?
This is getting far too complicated.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so that gets rid of my totally awesome theory that Don Paolo was working with the evil Professor Layton.
Take note, Luke. A true gentleman never plays his ace in the hole until absolutely necessary.
Hey, Layton, here's an idea for you. Why don't you quit it with the lectures and get me out of here?
Help us, Professor!
Be patient, Luke. I just need to find a way past this lock.
The cell door will open if you press the right button. Here's how to find it. Think of the buttons as squares in a grid. From wherever you start, move from one square to another in the direction indicated by each symbol. A star means to go left, a moon means to go right, a sun means go down, and a drop of water means go up. There's only one button you can start from and reach all of the others by the following rules listed above. What? What? Can't help how they choose to deploy the UI. Inazuma 11 for a recommended game. That's the second person to recommend an Inazuma 11 game. Interesting. Ah, the good old floor cage. Isn't that right? The good old floor cage. Okay, so let's go with the memo here. So boom boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. Oh, wait. I got this all wrong. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't work. All right. Boom, boom. Doesn't work. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't work. Alright, so the whole bottom row doesn't work. This one doesn't work. This one doesn't work. Boom, 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 boom. That works. There's only one button you can start from and reach all of the others. Ah. Ah. I started here. So this is another case of working backwards. So this goes down, so I need to start here. This goes right, so this is the next one. This goes up. Thanks for stopping by, Simon. Appreciate it. Thank you for the boost as well. So here, up, there, 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 there. So it has to be this star right here.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
No.
I was sure my logic was sound.
So was I. It's really easy. Just plop down arrows, The directions? Well, they got the arrows down here. Hint, wrong star. I guess this one goes up. It goes that way. Up. Boom. Down. Alright, so it's this one. I was close. Have you figured out who the
That should
evil
do the
Layton
trick.
is? I have. It is
Just
Don
as I
Paolo.
suspected.
Correct. Once you realize that all the squares are leading you to the same endpoint, start is easy to figure out. Or stun gun. It's stun gun. I don't think any of us weren't going to say it wasn't stun gun. We were just going to be disappointed that it was stun gun. It would seem the tables have turned on you, Dimitri. Given your penchant for logical thinking, I'd say you're deluded about the current situation. Look around you, in case you haven't noticed. You're deep within the family's headquarters. I need only say the word and my men will come rushing to my aid. You underestimate me, Dimitri. Do you think I'd be so naive as to set foot in your base without a plan of my own? Meaning? This building is fascinating in its complexity. I saw plenty of spots where one might conceal a trap or the like. On my way here, I set up a few diversions of my own. Call for your henchmen if you like. I imagine most of them will have their hands full for at least a few more minutes. Clever, Herschel, very clever. Come on, boss, we gotta run. Seems I must concede defeat today, but this is far from over. I look forward to seeing you when our paths cross next. Much faster than I imagined, there's no chance for us catching them. Oh no. What's wrong? Dimitri and his men managed to abscond with the Prime Minister in the midst of all this commotion. The word abscond is a weird one. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Dimitri's activated an alarm. Family members from the area are going to flood this place before long. There's the distinct possibility we may have to fight our way out of the towering pagoda. But didn't you take care of Dimitri's henchmen on the way in, Professor? Not quite, I'm afraid. What few diversions I managed to set up will only buy us a few more minutes. The path we took on the way in is most likely swarming with family thugs now. Our only hope is to find some sort of emergency escape route. Dimitri is a prudent man. He may have one hidden in this room somewhere. Must search this place thoroughly. No! There's a trapdoor here. I'm glad my hunch was right. This is our ticket out of here. Oof, the stairway is awfully narrow, and there's more than one path. Which way do we go, Layton? Look, there's a map here that charts out the network of channels below us. Let me see. My, this is a bit of a tangled mess, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. In the dark maze of tunnels below, you can't turn unless you hit a wall. Following this rule, You need to reach the goal without taking the same path twice or running into any dead ends. Which route should you take? Draw a line. Plan your escape.
That should do the trick. Just as I suspected.
Sometimes you just get lucky. Great escape. You found the way out. Passages below are too narrow for all of us to move through at the same time. If we wish to get out of here quickly, we'll need to split into 2 groups. I don't like it, but it seems we've no choice. Now, who should I take with me? You always get to be the gentleman. This time, let me escort the young lady. Sorry, but I prefer you coming with me, Don Paulo. Very well, then. Flora and I will break off. Luke, you go with the professor and help him keep an eye on Don Paulo. This is a horrible idea. Little Luke, trade with me. I want to be in the professor's group. Flora, we'll see each other soon enough. Go with Big Luke, and we'll meet back at the hotel. Alright, our groups are set. Let's get moving. Ouch, what did I just run into? Let me guess, a wall. Let me feel. Might actually be a door. Oh yeah, it is. There's a handle here. Or was that, I think it was a hint coin maybe, that I didn't get? Great, now where are we? We're at the bottom of an emergency stairwell. There should be a way out of the building here somewhere. I can't go back up. Fu. It could have been a puzzle too. Doubtful, but it could have been a puzzle. Door should take us outside. Look at that, we made it out. Family is bound to have men in the vicinity. We need to put some distance between us and the pagoda. Fine.
I still don't understand why Don Paulo's here. Can someone please explain that to me?
Also, why did we split up? Again?
Always with the questions. Won't you put a lid on it for a few minutes, you brat?
I most certainly will not.
Honestly, you two, would you please stop bickering? You're on the same side.
And while I'm getting things off my chest, why the heck did I have to play the decoy who gets caught?
Come now, Paul. It wasn't that bad. Your role was certainly the more exciting one.
Professor, you still haven't explained what happened back there.
I knew we'd be monitored from the moment we stepped foot inside the pagoda. So I wanted to make sure we had at least one trick up our collective sleeve. Don Paulo, master of deception and disguise, seemed like the perfect man to employ for the task.
You two are friends? That's the first I've heard of this.
Ha! Don't get it confused, kid. I'm no friend of his. We both want answers to the same questions, so we decided to work together. That's all.
When did this start?
Tell me, Luke, when we visited Dr. Schrader, did anything he said strike you as strange?
No, not really.
It was his greeting that made me suspicious.
Huh?
Who's that? Oh, it's you, Herschel. And little Luke.
Sure, I remember it. But what of it?
He didn't seem terribly surprised to see little Luke, did he?
Oh, of course. In the future, I'm not a kid anymore. But the doctor didn't even notice.
Precisely.
That means Dr. Schrader was...
Don Paulo in disguise, yes.
So you knew he was a fake before he even said 4 sentences? Wow, you're good, Professor.
That planted the seed of doubt, though I didn't confirm my suspicion until much later.
Did Don Paulo pose as anyone else?
Yes, he did a bit of spying on us as Dean Del Mono when we met him last.
Is this what the wet shoes is all about?
From the moment I laid eyes on him, it was obvious we were dealing with an imposter.
Amazing. How did you know?
His white hair gave it away.
But white hair seems perfectly natural on a man his age.
Not if he wears a wig. He let me in on his secret some time ago. He's been bald for ages. Don Paulo mistakenly selected a white wig to show how much Dean Del Mono had aged.
Wow, nice work there, Professor.
Shortly after that, I confronted Don Paulo and had him tell me everything. It seems Dimitri had been paying him quite handsomely to make sure we headed toward the pagoda. I filled Don Paulo in on all the strange happenings we've witnessed here, and then I requested his assistance in solving this mystery.
Well, that all makes sense, I suppose. But the part I still don't get is why Don Paulo decided he wanted to help us. After all, this is the fellow who tried to run us over with a Ferris wheel.
Remember that?
That's none of your business, brat.
Hey, call me a brat again and just see what happens.
It was Claire, Luke. It all had to do with Claire.
The woman Dimitri was talking about?
Claire was my girlfriend back when I was just starting my academic career. She was a researcher who worked in the same laboratory as Dimitri.
Oh no, so she...
Yes, the last time I saw her, she was on her way to the lab the day of that massive explosion. The oddest thing is that the accident received very little media coverage. It's clear someone with a lot of influence was suppressing information about the incident. I did everything I could to research the matter on my own. My efforts were largely fruitless.
I had no idea.
It's likely that Dimitri feels he is to blame for Claire's death. His obsession with going back in time seems like a twisted version of atonement.
What a terribly sad story. But what does it have to do with Don Paulo?
Well, Luke, as it turns out, Dimitri and I weren't the only ones with strong feelings for Claire.
No way! You mean...
What? Don't act so surprised. I have feelings too, you know.
Thanks for meeting me on such short notice, Herschel.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure.
Here, this is for you.
What is it?
A letter, of course. Read it at home.
Why don't you just tell me what it says? I'm right here, after all.
My, you're making this quite difficult. What I want to say is, well, in short, this.
Layton! You! You will pay for this someday!
What was that?
Huh?
Layton has been my arch nemesis ever since that fateful day.
Are they going to explain how we've been seeing her in this The city, though?
I see.
Yes, though it's worth mentioning that I had no inkling of Paul's crush until he told me himself. He was in the year above me at university. Imagine my surprise when I learned that Don Paolo was none other than my old classmate, Paul.
I had no idea you'd been through so much. Sorry for being so mean to you, Paul.
Ugh, spare me your sappy sympathy. And my name is Don Paolo. Address me as such, boy.
Anyway, you put on quite the performance, Don Paolo. With you distracting Dmitri, I had just enough time to do some sleuthing in the area.
So that's what you were up to while we were climbing the pagoda. Did you find anything?
Yes, but I need to confirm a few facts before I can connect all the dots.
Then it sounds like that should be our next move. Where to, Professor?
Oh, ho, ho. I'll let you ponder that for yourself. But first, we should head back to the hotel. Flora and the other Luke are waiting for us there.
Alrighty. I think we have placed ourselves in another position where I'm going to end it here for today. Another stream just short of 4 hours, but I think we made pretty good progress today. Made it to chapter 10. We went to the pagoda. We either missed a puzzle or we missed a hint coin, but it's not like we're running out of hint coins anytime soon. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I should be back tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Ooh, there's autofocus right there. Get the stepping. For more Professor Layton, I imagine we're coming to the final stretch here. I would guess tomorrow or Thursday will be the end. I would imagine tomorrow. Tomorrow, if we sink another 4 hours or so, I think the end is nigh. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Let me see if there's anybody streaming. Looks like no. So see you tomorrow. Peace.